is now finally time to start assembling this guy. So out of all the models in this box set, this one is by far the largest of the ones that came with it, because we have not one, not two, but 3 sprues of parts. And the funniest part is, I was trying to figure out, excuse me a sec. The best part is I'm going to try and figure out exactly how am I going to pre-assemble this guy. Because there is a lot of intricate parts and details that start to overlap one another. So if I flip over to, okay, that's all color coding. Alright, so he's probably, okay, he's the first model of instructions here. So already we have the first half of the body. I guess I want to say this is like his lower horse half, mechanical horse half. I got this half. So I'm thinking best to approach this in 2 halves, spray, paint up, and then assemble them together kind of thing. How's the rest of this guy go together? Okay, we got more trailing bits. Additional little add-on bits. Wow, he's got a lot of parts. I don't know if that's all coming on the camera. Most of it is. So, so what I'm going to do here is going to pre-assemble this 2 halves first, and then go over to this page, look up these parts, because clearly they are going to go in underneath them later. So, and they'll probably get individually sprayed as well before assembly. Yeah, it's got all these little bits here too that go on. It's definitely going to be quite the model. Yeah, and hopefully I get this done before the following Sunday, which will be after the Inquisitor Greyfax video goes up. Before then, so yeah, let me get my snips out here. Let's get this sorted. So let's see, we got these 2 halves here, perfect. I think I'm going to have to get some little dishes and just kind of label these in order. All right, I'll hop to that, get the rest of this sorted, primed, and then begin the painting process, and kind of briefly explaining that too. Because, once more, custom color job to match my other Skitaris. Even though he's ad mech. Still, I mean, why not? Keep the faction colors the same, I guess. Now, ignoring the oopsie in the top left corner of my palette there, his base colors for the bottom are pretty much complete. Now, the fun part begins with, well, I'm going to stain the bronze in a wash, darken it right up, and then I'm going to go back and then try to freehand highlight all these upper edges in the same bronze again. But at the same time, I'm trying to think, what can I use to complement the cloak work? I want to do something. I'm not sure what. I do have a purple wash I want to try and see if that works. Do I have a purple wash? I thought I did. The blue, strong tone, brown. No, I don't have a purple wash. I thought I had a purple wash from the Army Painter. Oh, there it is. Purple tone. So yeah, I'm going to do the bronze work first, and then work the cloth here, and then see if I, well, this is at the same time experimenting, so if this F's up, this gets F'd up, but at the same time, I should probably try a practice piece. I'll think of something. So that dark tone worked really, really well. I don't have to dry brush the bronze work either. I got most of it into where I want it to go. There are some spots I am going to have to touch up though, where it went a little thick. I forgot to wipe up with the brush, but overall I am quite pleased with it. Yeah. So now, to move on to the next phase, and that is getting these little things put on his back. But I gotta paint them up first. So here's one of them. And another one. So on. And so forth. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to paint right on these while they're being bit in, and then let them dry. And then take them off and do the bottom part where they're clamped into. There's going to be probably a little bit of plastic coming through, but that's okay. Once you get a nice good glob of paint on there, it'll be fine. I am, however, questioning what these little things are. Are they some kind of hose? Are they a copper line? Because even on these ones here, you know, there's some kind of bulb effect, and, well, let's look at the box art. Doesn't explain a whole lot. Don't even get to see his back, even. Well, you kind of do, but it's covered up in more hoses and wires and everything else that goes with it. So yeah, I'm going to do that up, and then I'll go back and just touch up some bronze work here where, like, again, we're a little thick into the claws and whatnot. But overall, I am quite happy with the results. It's going to be coming out marvelous. I did, however, skip doing the purple wash over the robe. I just did like the dark tone with it as well. So what I'll probably do is I'll go back with Hermagant purple here and just gently touch up the robes a little bit. There's some spots where it's just a little too dark. Like down here. I went a little too dark there. But maybe I'll just leave it. Maybe I'll be lazy and just leave it. Yeah, no, that's the ultimate question. Maybe I will be lazy and just leave it. Yeah, I'll do that. It's all blended in nice. I'm just gonna leave it. Sweet. So I'll get him aside, and I will start up the next bits. Remember, I do have a bunch of sploosh of bronze. Weaponized bronze here to get used up. And yeah. Find a spot to put these things. Okay, so I'm taking back what I said about saying the robe was done with those two coats. I went back into the third coat in Hermagant purple, and it really does help it pop. I'm not an expert when it comes to layering at all, so there are some spots that are a little darker than they should be, but I'm happy with it. It really does cut out. I probably will touch it up a little more in the meantime. Like this spot right here I missed. I will get some paint in there, and for some odd reason I have white chipping here that wasn't there before. Okay, well, I'll get that fixed up and that over there. What if the mouse was trying to chew on that? That'd be terrible. But in the meantime, I do have the body pre-assembled. Going to be painting it up next, and then steadily make my way through the rest of the instructions. I know this will the rest of the upper torso. It's got guns to go on. I don't know if they're flexible or fixed position. And at the same time, after doing a bit of test fitting here, this point here goes into this point here. So I think it leaves a little bit of leeway in case some things do kind of not sit right. Maybe. Because it's supposed to go on. Let's see here. Just go on like that. And then this sits like that. So, yeah. Anyhow, I'll get this finished up, assembled, and we'll see how this is going to come along. I hope everyone's had a good new year, because now it's time for me to get back to finishing Belisarius Cawl. Belisarius, blah, blah. Anywho, I'm going to finish him up. I'm not going to film any of the paintwork I'm doing, and I will just show him off in full glory at the end. But I will state this, though, and a lot of you guys who paint this guy are probably going to hate me for it, but I'm going to try this Maligiant, this speed paint by Army Paint. It's supposed to be some kind of flayed, fleshy, kind of toxic color kind of thing. I figured, well, he's got a palish, grayish skin on the box work and on the model work himself, so I figured this version, he's got bronze work in him. So I'm thinking maybe some of this will tint the skin up, and I'm using Barbarian Tan, was it? No, Tanned Flesh for the base. So either this will look really cool, or I'm about to destroy his face / little fleshy arm. Either way, I'm going to try this out and see what happens. Give us a good old shake-up. Hey guys, I just want to point something out here, and this messed up in my video recording. But at any rate, you see his big laser gun thing on the left? Where the wire's going to that pack, the pack isn't lined up properly, as it's not all the way in. I'm not sure if it's related to the primer and the paint I put on that stub in first before putting the pack on, but if I were you guys, dry fit that first before you paint it, and that gun piece as well to make sure it all lines up. Mine's a little off center at the back, but I made it work. But if you guys have the same similar problem, like I said, dry fit it first and then make your alterations if necessary. Anywho, just wanted to point that out. So here I am, next evening, and Cawl is finally done. I even stuck this little Space Marine Company champion beside him here. And yeah, I'm going to use my new spray can of gloss varnish. I think it's gloss varnish. It's not anti-shine matte. It's the other one from Army Painter. But it looks so good. I'm going to take some before and after pictures, both with and without the flash. But here he is on the other side. I just hope this other can of spray varnish doesn't take away from the depth of detail, because that dark coat of dark tone really does add some depth to the bronze and other details. So yeah, just give me a moment. We'll do a side-by-side comparison here. Here he is, folks, all done up and ready for battle. Well, except for the base, but still. And this varnish actually turned out pretty good. It didn't make things too glossy. The robe's got more shimmer than I would expect, but still, it's better than a matte varnish wipe of a spray wipe. Getting tongue-tied. Anywho, y'all take care, and we'll see you again real soon. Bye for now.